the new $1,304 monthly benefit checks for SSI, and some very easy steps to implement them for supplemental security income. I have all the details for you here in the video. Let's get right into it. All right, now first off, everything I'm talking about here in the video directly pertains to SSI, supplemental security income, and the roughly 8 million beneficiaries that do receive these benefits every single month from the Social Security Administration. I think many people that receive SSI, there's a common thread, which is when are they going to do something about these benefits? It is practically impossible to live on $967 a month if you're lucky enough to be receiving the maximum benefit as an individual, or maybe $1,450, which is the maximum for a household of two, right? It's a tough situation, especially over the last few years. We know that the cost of living has gone up massively, and these benefits have not really kept up a whole lot. Don't get me wrong, over the last couple of years here, yes, we have increased these SSI benefits pretty substantially from where they were in the mid $700 range a couple of years ago. Now here we are, $967 as a maximum now, but they still need massive fixing. To live on less than $1,000 a month right now is practically impossible with everything that has gone up so much, especially what we spend the majority of our money on, like shelter or rents, healthcare and food and transportation and utilities, all of which have gone up massively. Oh, not to mention medical is also a really big one there as well. Those categories right there have gone up substantially. But anyway, this is where this $1,304 ongoing monthly benefit comes in, and I want to point out a very easy way in which this could be implemented so incredibly easily. It is already out there right now, where this is coming from, and I want to give you those details. Okay. So obviously here we are, 2025. Back at the beginning of the year, we got some new changes. Now, this is a number that updates every single year, and I want to point this out because there are a piece of legislation out there right now to do exactly this. So let me point out some of the other framework and a couple of the other talking points here for just a second. Okay, so back at the beginning of the year, we got an update to the 2025 federal poverty line. You probably heard me talk about it before in other videos, as I have talked about it before so far this year, right? But here's the thing. This updated from $15,060 last year, 2024, to $15,650 this year in 2025. Okay, what does that mean? It went from last year being $1,255 a month is what that averages out to be, to $1,304 a month now in 2025. The point is, there's legislation out there right now, most notably in the SSI Restoration Act, where they want to raise benefits up to 100% of the federal poverty line. Now again, before in other videos when I've talked about the federal poverty line, I've seen comments coming in saying, we don't care, we're not going to get that, this isn't never going to happen, we don't care about what that number is. And my response to that is, okay, that's fine. If you don't care, that's totally fine. But I would say you probably want to start caring. Here's why. Number one, it determines your eligibility for access to virtually every low-income benefit program. It's all pegged off of the federal poverty line, your income as a percentage of the federal poverty line. So that's reason number one why you might care. And number two would be, especially if you're an SSI beneficiary, the legislation states exactly in the SSI Restoration Act, one of the main provisions within there is raising benefits up to the federal poverty line. Well, guess what? Every year that goes by that they don't raise benefits up to the federal poverty line, guess what? You're just locking in more of a boost to the benefit when they eventually do this, okay? Now, again, for 2025, that's what it is, $15,650, and $1,304 a month is what that comes out to be. That's a huge difference from the $967 you're currently getting as a maximum. Again, if you're lucky enough to get the maximum right now, that's what it is, okay? By the way, that's a discrepancy of $337 a month. That's what that turns out to be. How much is that per year? Well, 337 times 12 is about $4,000. Yeah, it's roughly $4,000. That's a lot. I mean, that's the difference. Could you imagine that? Let's just say that much. How would your life be different if you had an extra $337 a month coming in from your monthly benefit, or an extra $4,000, roughly $4,000 a year more of income? Would that be helpful a little bit? Massively, right? So yeah, that'd be really, really good. So that's why this is such a big deal. And all that they really need to do, okay? Now, maybe they don't pass the SSI Restoration Act in its current state. That's fine. There's a bunch of provisions within there, including raising benefits up to the federal poverty line, removing the marriage penalty, increasing the cap in which somebody can have in savings as an individual or a married couple from $2,000 as an individual up to $10,000, and a married couple up to $20,000 from $3,000, right? So that's what they want to do. And again, there's a couple other provisions in there as well, but those are the three really main ones in there that really affect SSI. So that's all it really is. And here's the thing. There's other legislation out there as well to reform SSI. In my honest opinion, the SSI Restoration Act is probably one of the best, if not the best. Why? Because it does all of these different provisions. Raises benefits, adjusts the asset levels in which you can have in your possession, that $2,000 and $3,000 I just talked about a second ago, as well as removing the marriage penalty. That's a bummer, right? Yeah, the marriage penalty, that's a really bad one. I've seen so many of you here in the community who have been asking, hey, have they done something with that yet? Are they going to remove it? What's going on there? Well, there you go. That is another one that would be removed as well. So that's all it would really take. And then again, what would this really cost? I think that's a big question because a lot of lawmakers always wonder, what does this cost? What's it going to cost? Where's the money coming from? Okay, well, let's just run some really simple math here. Okay, $337 a month is what I said was the difference there between current benefit maximum and the federal poverty line. Okay, 337, let's just say by 8 million beneficiaries. It's actually not 8 million, but I'm going to round up the number of beneficiaries because the 337, I'm just going to assume is 300, okay, just for easy math purposes. So 224, is that $2.4 billion a month? That's nothing. $2.4 billion a month? That's nothing. I mean, what is that per year? Like 30-something billion dollars? Yeah, what is that? Yeah, just under $30 billion a year. It's not that much money. I mean, when you look at the big picture of things, it's really not that much. They blow that much money on all kinds of things all the time. It's not that much. And just imagine, it would lift these individuals out of poverty immediately, and it would help out seniors and people with disabilities. I don't know. Could anybody consciously deny that? I would say probably not, but who knows? Either way, this is what I want to continue watching because, in my opinion, this is a big deal. This would be life-changing for a lot of people, and this would be like a very much needed adjustment. I was going to say raise. Yes, raise too, but it's more like adjustment to the SSI program, which these benefits should have been this anyway, because that's how the program was originally formed back 50 plus years ago, back in the 70s as an anti-poverty program. So it's not really like changing the program massively. It's more like just bringing benefits to where they were supposed to be in the first place this whole time. Make sense? Anyway, I just wanted to share this with you really quickly. I think this is pretty important to watch, but again, if you don't think so, that's totally fine. But again, I'm going to continue watching this very closely, and of course, I will continue to bring you updates as we get more information. Either way, if I can ask a huge, huge favor of you, number one, if you're new here or if you have not done so yet, please subscribe to the channel. It is 100% free to do so. There's a big subscribe button down below. Thank you. I really, really appreciate that. Otherwise, if you can think of one or two people that benefit from this video or any other videos here on the channel, please feel free to share this video with them. There's a share button right down below as well. Thank you. I really, really appreciate that. Otherwise, check out the well over 5,000 videos here on the channel in the video library, the popular videos down below in the description at the top of the comment section that I've hand selected for you, or right now showing up on your screen as well. You'll see some videos there. Check those out. Otherwise, just have a nice day, and I hope I can see you again soon in the next video. Thanks again for your support. Truly appreciate it.